How do you say goodbye to your family home that has sheltered and protected you for year after year? Stick around as we get into that in the question of the day. What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Johnson with Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. You are tuned in to the hot list. I come to you on Monday through Friday around 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. We hang out and talk real estate. We talk properties new to the market with recent price reductions or something unique about the property that I want to share with y'all and want y'all to know. I also answer a question of the day that is submitted by a listener of the podcast. And to find out how you can get your question to me as well as answered, just hang around till the end. And finally, I recognize and thank a sponsor of the week each and every single week. And for information on how you can potentially become a sponsor of the week, all you got to do is hang out with me for a few minutes and I will get those questions answered for you. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, jumping in. Normally I do this around 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. As you guys are watching this live, it is obviously not 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. I had some appointments this morning. They ran long, so I'm doing this now. I wanted to at least do it later rather than not at all. So thank you guys for tuning in and joining. For everybody watching this on Facebook, make sure that you guys share this out. Somebody going through this or maybe going through whatever question that I'm answering that particular day, then just share it to them in a private message, tag them, whatever the case may be. For my YouTubers out there, thank you guys as always for stopping by, hanging out, and supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Can't do it without you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications so as I bring new videos, you guys can come check them out. Property we're talking about today is a newly listed property. The address is 3618 Marco Court. That is right here in Emporia. That's like Marco Polo. Remember that game? Same street name. It's a 3-bed, 3-bath house. It's got 1,728 square feet of finished space. Currently listed for $237,500 courtesy of Eck Real Estate. This house is a split level house. It is on a cul-de-sac, so right away you know that you and your kids, grandkids, are going to be a little safer on a cul-de-sac because you're not going to have people come hauling ass down the street. At least hopefully not being on a cul-de-sac. You don't typically have far to go. This house has a full finished basement. It is close proximity to the middle school and the high school here in Emporia. You could actually walk to both of them even when the weather is cold like this one. This house was built with energy efficiency in mind, meaning they have insulated concrete block foundation. It's got a tankless water heater, new Anderson windows. It's got high efficiency heat, high efficiency air, and the roof was just replaced about 3 years ago. So it's a very, very energy efficient house. Got a nice flow to it, open concept on the main floor, and out back it does have a covered deck, a fenced in yard, and a shed. So if you have any questions, all you got to do is click on the link in the description. That's going to take you right to my website so you can see this house for yourself. Check out the pictures for yourself. If you have questions, let me know. If you are a pre-approved buyer looking for a house like this one, similar to this one, let me know. I would be happy to schedule a showing if you're not currently working with another agent, and we will go out and take a look. Before I get to the question of the day, I do want to recognize and thank our sponsor of the week this week, and that is Westside Recycling right here in Emporia. Again, their address is 3401 West 6th Avenue right here in Emporia. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and they are locally owned and operated. They offer recycling scrap metal at competitive prices, and they do have a convenient in and out yard procedure to make your visit as efficient as possible. Recently, they also had some asphalt millings left over, and you'll have to call them to see if they still have any left. I know a couple weeks ago they still did. Just call them 620-342-9200, and it's $10 per ton or $15 per ton if they deliver it to you within 5 miles of Emporia. So make sure that you check them out. Uh, if you're a scrapper or you have some scrap metal just laying around your house, you're tired of looking at it, all you got to do is visit them Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They can get that unloaded for you, get it taken care of for you, and out of your way in a fast and timely manner. If you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, and curious how you can become a sponsor of the week, all you got to do is just shoot me a message wherever you're listening to this. Doesn't matter, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify. Shoot me a message, let me know, or you can leave it in the comments. We'll have a conversation to see if you are a good fit for being a sponsor of the week and supporting the hot list. And any additional questions, just like I said, just let me know. Again, not everybody is a sponsor of the week. I do have to say no to some people for some reason or other. We just don't fit well or don't see eye to eye. We part ways as friends. Which brings us to my favorite portion of the day, and that is the question of the day. The question of the day is submitted by a listener of the podcast Monday through Friday, each and every single day. I get a question from somebody, and they see me as their trusted advisor, real estate resource, friend, agent, whatever the case is. Make sure you keep those questions coming. I'm not able to continue to do this without your questions, because that gives me a chance to answer a question for you that so many others have, and then in turn use that for video content like this, so I can continue helping, educating, and assisting others along the way. So the question of the day: how do I say goodbye to my home? And this is pretty easy for agents to say, it's just a house, because, ultimately what it comes down to, it's four walls and a ceiling. Now, it doesn't always hit us as agents like it does the homeowner. Not that we're cold, not that we're calloused, and not because we just see it as a paycheck. You got to keep in mind, as realtors, we do this every single day. This is what we do. Same as you go to your job and do whatever it is you do where you work. We do this daily, and because we do it daily, we do sometimes forget or lose touch with it from time to time. I was recently reminded of this situation and how emotional it can be with a closing that I had last month. Because as it comes down to it, you're reminded, because of the concern of leaving your home, because this was your kid's home. Maybe it was their first home. You've created memories there, and you're concerned if the new owners will take care of the home and treat it like you did. Maybe the flower bed, you're concerned with if they'll take care of it, or you work so hard getting that yard from just dirt to green grass, or maybe you helped your neighbors because they were elderly and needed help from time to time, and you are concerned that the new buyers may not do that. So saying goodbye isn't always the easiest part of the process, because it may not always be as simple as just a quick bye Felicia and you head out. So what we're going to talk about today are 3 things to consider when selling your family home. Number 1, selling your home is a type of loss. When you sell your home, to you, it is not just 4 walls and a roof. To you as the homeowner and other sellers, It's where all the memories have been made since you've lived there. It's familiarity with that house, that neighborhood, that area, and it's security of the one place that you could always retreat to no matter what was going on outside the home, at work, at school, or life in general. And it's not only it may not only be, your house, but this is a house where your kids have been raised, or maybe your parents are selling the house that you've been raised in. Both of these can be considered as genuine losses. According to psych- psychologists, dismantling something that was once considered precious and having to go through grief and mourning when this happens, because when you basically dismantle it by breaking that connection and selling it, there is a grief and mourning process. Now everybody's going to handle it different. Obviously some people will get emotional about it, some people less emotional, but still have that connection to it. Now, keep in mind, that's only part of the story. Another element that makes it hard to say bye to your is home is often the link between the memory and the physical space, meaning your memories are entangled in that home, which makes them hard to let go or forget about, because memories and associations are connected to those things that connect houses to ourself. I know that sounds kind of deep, and I don't mean to get too deep on you on the podcast. I'm just saying those memories and any type of associations that you have connected with that home make it difficult to just disconnect yourself with that house. Number 2, easing into the selling process. Hopefully you have this as an option, that you're going to ease your way into it and not immediately uproot it. Typically, when you're looking at selling a home, it's due to a big change in life. Maybe all your kids are gone, so you're going to downsize your house, don't need as big of a house. Maybe you're settling in a state because a parent died, or maybe you're relocating for work, because that does happen still from time to time. No matter the reason, it is still a difficult thing to do, even if you're prepared for what's coming. So how do you prep yourself for such a big sacrifice? Mostly it comes down to my mindset, because you have to begin to detach yourself from your home. So with this process, it's going to transition from a home to a house. You're going to take down any personal items like pictures, decorations, paintings, etc., anything like that, because removing these items gives the space a more generic look, and it's a less personal look, to not only to you but as buyers. And that's one of the first things that I always recommend to any seller that I have and I meet with, is telling them to remove any family pictures from the walls, because people, yet yes, people know more often than not somebody's living there, but when they don't see family photos or family pictures, they're less likely to put that association together of, yeah, somebody still lives here. So remove those personal pictures or family items. And hopefully you're not feeling the pain at this point of separating and leaving. If you are, consider working on other parts of the house. For example, any cracks or damage to the walls, patch those up, sand them down, prime them, paint them, and consider this like a sterilization process for the new buyers. So if you have all those items, or items that need to be fixed, need to be repaired, you have those patched up and ready to go, then the house is going to stand a lot taller and look a lot better for the new potential buyers. And finally, number 3, what happens when the offer comes through? There's going to be a day that will come when you receive an offer. It's going to be tempting to reject it no matter what the price. It's just one of those things that happens. Many people go through it because it's at this time reality sets in and you realize that you're actually selling the house. Now is your wake up call. So if needed, I'm not saying you do, but if you need to, consider throwing a party. Make it like a remembrance party, or make it a point to say bye to your house that you have made a home in. This gives you as well as your family closure with the home. Some people will say bye room by room, just going through one last time, recounting all the memories and everything that's happened. One last trip down memory lane. Others may celebrate the next step and what's to come next. Either way, when you say bye, it's best if you do it in a meaningful way to you as well as your family. Yes, it's a house. We've covered that, but it was more than just your house. It was your home. It was the building that gave you shelter and protected you. And that's how attachments are made. Hopefully this gives you guys some clarity, maybe even some guidance on what to do or start doing, because whether you are a newbie or a seasoned pro at buying and selling, it can still be difficult to part with the home that you've lived in year after year and you converted it from a house to a home. So that is going to wrap up. I think that's a good place to stop for today. So thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in to the Hot List. Again, my name is Matt Johnson with Keller Williams Realty. I do this because your experience matters and should be trusted with a veteran. Y'all have a phenomenal day, and I'll see you back in here tomorrow. Take care.